and gentlemen, introducing...
Hi people, this is Chilli from 5 Minute Review, and I am thrilled to be bringing you this review on the new Limp Bizkit album. Hell, I even worked hard to get it out 2 weeks sooner. I know, I can hear the audible fuck-offs through my headphones, but just give me 5 minutes of your day. That is all, as I discuss the tracks and my final thoughts. That is all I ask. Thank you. Now, let's jump into this review. Out of Style starts this album. No intro, like most albums. No spoken word part. Just a huge guitar sound, and DJ Lethal being brought in by Fred. This is a great start to the album, and will clearly be the first song they play on their tour. A great track out of the gates. Dirty Rotten Biscuit follows and immediately sounds like a nod to their track Hot Dog, with the same riff being used. This song is ridiculous and it rocks. It is a solid headbanging follow-up. Enough said, turn this to 11 and rock out. Dad Vibes is next, and this was the lead single. At first I was like, what the fuck am I hearing? This song is odd compared to other Limp Bizkit tracks, but the song has grown on me in subsequent playthroughs. It's such a piss take about becoming a dad, and the song is really catchy. Also, Fred is ironically killing it with his new dad and swag look that is reminiscent of Owen Wilson in the Loki TV show. For a guy that was out of the spotlight, he knows how to make a return. The following track is Turn It Up Bitch. And what is this? I was not expecting this hip-hop beat and rap track. I mean, his flow is awesome. The lyrics though, well, I don't have time to expand, but this has to be taken with a grain of salt. The track is about Fred not going to marry and being the king of new metal, while still being the redneck fucker from Jacksonville. This is next level, but very enjoyable, especially that bass line and the beat. Don't Change is next, and this is an acoustic cover of the original song by INXS, following in covers like their version of George Michael's Faith and The Who's Behind Blue Eyes. While Faith was done poorly to emphasize the change in style and show their aggression on the cover, Behind Blue Eyes is widely regarded as the worst cover song in existence. This song is peculiar. It's chosen to emphasize Limp Bizkit, not done heavy or screamed, but just sung, like a reminder to them and their fans that we don't change a thing, despite how it's been so dark. This is actually a very well selected cover, given the times. Nice work. Very nice. You Bring Out the Worst in Me is the next one, and this opens with the line, "It's Halloween and I'm your ghost." There was a reason Limp Bizkit chose Halloween to release their new album instead of the Friday. This song feels like the obvious reason why. The track has a classic Sam Rivers bass line during the verse that is elegant, and one heavy breakdown that feels like Wes just snapped your neck. Perfect pairing of the band with their skills. Love the Hate follows, and it's a song with Fred Durst and another, but I'm not sure who exactly. This song addresses his haters, and even addresses how he is not the best white rapper in the 90s, especially compared to Eminem. Look, it's the truth, but other parts to remember is the joke's on you. They don't give a shit. The more you hate them, the more they get famous in the end. And that is the takeaway. Barnacle is next, and this track is to the point, and it's about people who are just stuck to others and living off of them. Fred has addressed this subject a few times in songs like Leech. Given that he is famous, I'm sure he has met a few barnacles in his life, and this song is to the point with its no fucking around attitude. Not a bad song. Empty Holes follows, and this track is a miss. It's a sluggish acoustic track that is too serious, and is only redeemed by its shorter than 2-minute runtime. Pill Popper is the next track, and I seriously thought that this was a Ministry B-side track. The industrial drumming and guitar pattern is very reminiscent of the band. This is probably the most real song Limp Bizkit have done, screaming about giving me my medicine, and is obviously about the dangers of the pharmacy culture. I think this song would have been beneficial if the band disclosed that the medicine to take was more Limp Bizkit. This would have worked better. Snacky Poo is next, and this is an odd track as Fred raps about getting old and dealing with shit like Instagram. It's funny because his style here is a semi-angry snarl at times and calm in the rest. I have to mention lyrics here, as Fred says how he doesn't care about new trends like Instagram likes and doesn't care who the hell are the haters, because in the end he doesn't even know who they are. In the end, it's about bringing back the 90s sound for us to enjoy, while some repeated lines including stuff like chocolate on your starfish as a pass to their previous album. It's a funny song that leaves you smirking. I mean, as much as people hate him, he's an entertainer that profits off exposure. Also, I love the interview at the end with the man of many words, Wes Borland. Goodbye is last, and it's an R&B beat with acoustic guitar, and it's rather forgettable. Do yourself a favour, when you get to this track, press skip so you can start the album again. There's a lot of simplicity in this album, and I'm not talking lyrically. This album works really well, and there are two thoughts as to why, in my opinion. The first is, less is more. This album's runtime is a bit over 30 minutes, and that is different when compared to bands that are releasing double albums that could be single albums if they just removed a track from their finished products. I guess it's a different argument in what length is an album these days when CDs are no longer the medium. But that's a discussion for another day. My original point was, they refined the album and just kept it short. The second is, Limp Bizkit have now learned not to take themselves seriously. They are not taking it to the Joke of Steel Panther levels, but they are writing songs that are fun. In a world that is too serious right now, we need to loosen up. We have all been through a lot in the past year, and this album has been released with perfect timing. The way the album was released is perfect. It's just released the album as the fans requested and let them enjoy it. No cock teasing. What is probably the biggest surprise is how a new metal band put out a decent album in today's society and kept it somehow relevant. But that might have to do with how Fred can somehow still stay in the limelight. There is a video I will link below that discusses points about Fred playing 4D chess with us, and it has some great points. I mean, the backwards cap look is his image, and overnight, in a world that seemingly forgot about him, he releases his new look, the new Owen Wilson dad vibe look, and somehow becomes the talk of the internet. The guy knows how to play a crowd. In all honesty, I would have to rate this album as a chocolate starfish habanero. It's a great break from reality for 30 minutes, and the best tracks on the album are easily Out of Style, Dirty Rotten Biscuit, and Dad Vibes. Definitely give this album a spin. Thank you for listening to this episode, and join us on Twitter at LiveListenErased, or in the comment section below of this video, and tell me, what was your favourite track on the album?